So if you've been confused on how to get your rewards from the closed beta test or even what they are, this is going to be the video for you. First things first, if you aren't already participating in the closed beta test, make sure that you sign up prior to the release date of the beta, which is going to be May 14th. And then the initial downloads for the client is going to be on May 10th. So beginning May 10th, you'll be able to preload the client. And then on May 14th, you'll be able to start playing the closed beta test. Now, you're probably wondering, how do I get my rewards after the closed beta test is over? Once the closed beta test is over, you're going to be able to get your rewards on the launch of New Genesis. But before then, you're going to need to have completed a couple steps before you're actually able to get that done. So for example, if you start on the Steam client, you have to make sure that your Microsoft Store client is linked to your Steam client, which means you're going to have to at least download the Microsoft Store version at least once or use other means that other people can tell you down in the comment section down below. But once your account is linked to the Microsoft Store version, then you'll be able to get your rewards once the actual game is launched in June. And one thing that they kind of mentioned here is that in order to participate, you will actually need to use your Xbox Live account on your Windows Store version. Again, if you're already signed up for the beta, that's not an issue for you because you can't sign up for the beta without an Xbox Live account, to my knowledge. No, you do not need to be a premium user of Xbox Live, so that's actually one thing you don't have to worry about there at all. So for example, if you started with the Steam version, you want to make sure that your actual account is linked to the Microsoft Store version in order to actually be able to get your rewards once NGS is launched. Then you're going to need to log into the Microsoft Store version when NGS is launched to be able to receive it from the actual in-game counter where you receive a lot of your in-game promotions, otherwise known as the Visiphone. Now, when it comes to the rewards, there are several different rewards that you're going to be able to get by participating in the closed beta test. As of right now, these will be exclusive to the closed beta test, and there's no word on whether or not they're going to be released in the future. And if they are released in the future, then it's going to be a very long time before these guys come back, so you do not want to miss this. Well, I guess the one thing that is going to come back is Star Gems, because those are usually a part of events. But anyway, let's move on. So first things first, the first reward that you're going to be able to get is actually the clinging wrappy earring accessory, as well as the standoff stamp. Now, stamps are in New Genesis are kind of like the sticker system that you would find in either other games or even in your cell phones that you might have. I mean, everybody has a cell phone, right? So to be able to get these rewards, you are going to need to suppress what's called a no-gleth. Here, I'm going to be showing an example of the no-gleth, and honestly, these are enemies that you will be fighting numerous times over. So more than likely, if you're playing the closed beta test, you really can't miss them. These guys are huge. They're massive. They're easy to see, which I guess are all things that my wife has never told me. So, all right, jokes aside. The next reward is just really easy because you'll be able to get this within the first couple hours of the beta, assuming that you only stick with one class, is actually reaching level 10 with one class. Here, they're going to give you another clinging wrappy earring accessory, so that way you'll be able to account bound it, because in order to account bind an accessory, you need two of the same item. And then you're also going to get a 50 SG ticket, which is Star Gems. For those of you guys who might be new, Star Gems are an in-game currency that are usually obtained for free, but can be bought using IRL currency with the use of AC, and can be used to buy a variety of things like fashion and other quality of life items. The other reward that you're going to be able to get is by using the personal shop in the beta, you are going to get another 50 SG ticket. Now, the cool thing about this is that during the Japanese closed beta test 2, the personal shop was actually broken. They were using this enough times to where it actively broke. But assuming that something like that happens during the global beta, it was fixed relatively quickly, so you will not be able to miss this one. Now, there's another reward for also reaching the battle power of 1050 within the beta. Now, your battle power is going to be increased by several different things, one of them being your level, the rarity of your equipment, the affixes that are on it, as well as the enhancements of your equipment. So by going through the natural motions of upgrading your gear as well as leveling up your character, you should be able to hit power level 1050 with relative ease. There's another campaign for using the material storage in PSO2 NGS. During the beta, they're going to be giving us SG to be able to test out the purposes of the material storage. So you can actually acquire this by going into the same way that you would in base PSO2, go to the SG shop and then buy the material storage. As far as I remember, during the beta test, this should have been the only item that's available, but I could be wrong. Unfortunately, I don't have an example to show you. The reward for this is another 50 SG ticket, and then also the handoff stamp, which allows you to account bound it as well. And then once the New Genesis closed beta test is over, it should be via email. You're going to be receiving a survey, which will allow you to then gain another 100 SG ticket upon the completion of the actual survey. So once you get all these things done, again, you're going to be walking away with close to 350 SG, 2 accessories, and 2 stamps. For a lot of players, this might not actually be a lot, but trust me, this will just be some things that'll give you an extra boost when it comes to New Genesis if you are a brand new player. Plus, more SG is nice, and you get to play New Genesis, so it's really dope. So again, to recap, make sure that your account is actively linked to the Microsoft Store version. You do not have to play on the Microsoft Store version. Your account actually has to be linked. However, to receive the rewards on the day of launch, you should be able to log into that client and then and get it from there. I would actually hope that it would be really cool that we can actually obtain the rewards from any client that we use. But I mean, until we get another official word on that, as of right now, it looks like that's going to be the only way that we're going to be able to get it. That should be everything you need to know. Some extra little bit of information is that you do not need to actually download the entirety of the client, which is 100 gigabytes. You can actually opt in to only download the new Genesis version. But if for whatever reason you are going to download the PSO2 version as well, in addition to the PSO2 New Genesis one, it does say that the download time for PSO2 data can be shortened if you download the PSO2 game client in advance. However, if everything remains the same as the Japanese version for the closed beta test, then you will only need to actually download the New Genesis version of PSO2 for the closed beta test. But with that, that should be every information that you need to know about the closed beta test rewards and how to receive them. And if you have any other questions, you guys can leave a comment down below. There are a lot of things that I want to test during the closed beta test, so I would appreciate it if you guys also left a subscribe and a like to this video. I mean, if you don't, that's totally fine with me. Dislikes are cool too if you didn't like the video. But anyway, with that, thank you guys again for your time as always. So I'm going to end the video out here. Stay awesome, stay beautiful, and I'll see you guys next one. Peace. I'm out.